Some dangers sneak in quietly. They don't arrive with pain or drama. They show up as little hesitations. A missed step. That moment you pause before climbing the stairs because something doesn't feel quite right. Most people think the biggest threat to their independence in later life is illness or injury. But what really chips away at freedom is weakness. The slow erosion of strength in your legs. It happens so gently that we often don't notice it. You start holding onto railings more often. Getting out of the car takes longer than it used to. A short walk leaves you short of breath. You tell yourself, that's just part of growing older. But what if it isn't? What if the real enemy isn't age, but the belief that you're supposed to feel this way? Because here's the truth. Losing muscle, feeling unsteady, becoming more tired each day. That's not a given. It's a signal. A signal that your body is asking for help. And the help you need? It might not be in a bottle from the pharmacy. It might be growing in your garden, or tucked into your kitchen cabinet, waiting patiently to be remembered. For generations, wise cultures across the world turned to herbs not just to season their meals, but to protect their strength. Modern science is now confirming what the elders always knew. Certain herbs can help reduce inflammation, ease joint discomfort, support muscle health, and even improve circulation. All of which are key to staying strong and mobile as you age. In this special guide, I'll walk you through 7 powerful herbs that could help bring life back into your legs, so you can move with more freedom, more energy, and more confidence. Because your legs don't just carry your body. They carry your dreams, your independence, your stories. So if you're tired of feeling like your world is getting smaller, if you want to wake up excited to move again, then stay with me. The first herb we'll explore is something so simple, so ordinary. You probably pass by it every time you cook, without realizing it might be your first step toward strength. Before we get started, if you haven't already, tap the subscribe button and hit the bell. That way you'll never miss a tip crafted just for this season of your life. And if you feel this video speaks to you, drop a yes in the comments. If not, type maybe next time. I read them all. Let's begin. Herb number 1, rosemary. We begin with something simple. Something that's been in kitchens for generations, but rarely given the credit it deserves. Rosemary. Most people think of it as a cooking herb, a fragrant addition to roasted potatoes or lamb. But beneath its woody scent lies a legacy far older and far more powerful than most realize. Modern science is just now catching up to what ancient healers suspected all along. Inside this unassuming plant are compounds that quietly support the body where it needs it most, especially as we age. Rosemary contains 2 extraordinary natural chemicals, carnosic acid and rosmarinic acid. These aren't just scientific words, they are defenders. They work deep within your body to fight oxidative stress, which slowly chips away at muscle strength, joint comfort, and nerve function over the years. And there's something even more remarkable. Research suggests that rosemary helps improve circulation, especially to the brain and the lower limbs. And better circulation means more oxygen, more nourishment, exactly what tired legs crave. Even its scent carries hidden power. In clinical studies, the aroma of rosemary was found to stimulate parts of the brain responsible for memory, alertness, and coordination. For someone in their 60s, 70s, or beyond, struggling with balance or mental fog, that's no small gift. But rosemary's most underestimated quality might be this. It helps calm inflammation, that invisible flame that stiffens your joints, wears out your muscles, and steals your energy quietly, day after day. You don't need a prescription to begin. Just a few sprigs in a pot of tea, a dash in your evening meal, or even a moment spent inhaling its scent in a quiet room. It's not magic. It's not hype. It's the return of something we once knew, something we've forgotten. That nature offers strength not just in medicine, but in leaves, roots, and traditions. So if your legs have felt heavier lately, If stairs have become more of a chore than they used to be, perhaps it's time to revisit the wisdom that once walked beside us. And rosemary might be a good place to start. Herb number 2, turmeric, the golden root that fights pain from within. The plant is called curcuma longa, but you and I know it by a much simpler name, turmeric. Its roots run deep, not just into the soil of Southeast Asia, but into centuries of healing practices passed down through families, temples, and ancient apothecaries. From the outside, turmeric looks unassuming. A small root, gnarled and earthy. But slice it open, and you'll find a brilliant golden orange core, as if it holds sunlight beneath its skin. And in many ways, it does. Because this vibrant root doesn't just bring color to your food. It brings comfort to your joints, clarity to your thoughts, and calm to your body. If rosemary is the herb that whispers strength to the mind and limbs, then turmeric is the root that speaks directly to the pain that lives inside them. You may have seen it in golden lattes or tucked inside vibrant curries. But long before it became a trend, turmeric was medicine. Used across India, China, and the Middle East to calm the body and restore balance. And today, science is finally confirming what traditional healers always knew. Turmeric holds powerful anti-inflammatory properties, thanks to its active compound, curcumin. Now, inflammation isn't always the enemy. In the short term, it helps the body repair itself. But when inflammation lingers, when it settles in the joints, muscles, and connective tissues for weeks, months, or even years, it turns from healer to thief. It steals ease from your steps. It dulls the joy of movement. It leaves you stiff, sore, and hesitant to do the things you once loved. But here's where turmeric shines. Curcumin works gently, yet deeply, within the body to soothe inflammation at its root, not just mask the pain. That's why in many clinical trials, turmeric extract has been shown to reduce joint discomfort in people with arthritis, improve mobility, and even enhance post-exercise recovery in older adults. And unlike many over-the-counter pain relievers that can irritate the stomach or strain the liver, turmeric, when taken mindfully and consistently, offers natural relief without the harsh side effects. Its benefits go beyond the physical too. Some studies suggest that turmeric may also support brain function, lift mood, and protect against age-related decline. Because the truth is, pain and depression often go hand in hand. And when your body feels lighter, your mind does too. So how do you begin? Start simple. A small teaspoon of ground turmeric added to your morning smoothie. A golden milk tea before bed. Or a high-quality turmeric supplement with black pepper for better absorption. And don't expect miracles overnight. Like any true ally in nature, turmeric doesn't shout. It works quietly, daily, building resilience from within. If your legs ache, if your knees have started to argue with the stairs, or if your mornings begin with stiffness and your evenings end in soreness, then this golden root may be worth your attention. Because sometimes, healing doesn't come from something new, but from something ancient that simply waited long enough to be remembered. Herb number 3, ginger. There's something almost magical about ginger. Not just the warmth it brings to the tongue, but the warmth it brings back to tired limbs and sluggish mornings. It may not look like much at first glance. A knotty root with papery skin. But peel it back, and you'll discover a fragrance that awakens the senses. Bright. Spicy. Alive. Just like the energy it offers your body. While turmeric calms the fires of inflammation, ginger stirs the embers of circulation. And as we age, circulation is everything. Because when blood no longer flows as freely, when your hands and feet begin to feel cold, stiff, or numb, that's often a sign your inner fire needs tending. And ginger? It knows how to fan that flame. For centuries, healers across Asia have used ginger to ease joint discomfort, relax tight muscles, and stimulate warmth from within. And now, researchers are seeing why. This root contains powerful compounds called gingerols and shogales. natural agents that work to reduce inflammation, improve blood flow, and relieve tension. In one study, people with chronic knee pain who consumed ginger regularly reported significantly less stiffness and more ease in movement. No prescriptions. No side effects. Just a return to motion. And here's a little-known fact. Ginger doesn't just help with pain. It can also improve digestive health, and when your gut feels better, your whole body responds. Less bloating. More energy. A lighter step, both physically and mentally. So how can you begin using it? Slice a few thin pieces into hot water with a squeeze of lemon for a calming tea. Grate it into your stir-fry or soup. Or take it in capsule form, especially if you're dealing with cold limbs, aching knees, or sluggish mornings. Ginger doesn't shout for attention. It simply shows up, warming you from the inside out. One cup, one sip, one quiet shift at a time. And here's something to reflect on. Sometimes, the path back to strength isn't through pushing harder. It's through reconnecting with your body, your senses, and the rhythm of movement. So, if you've found yourself slowing down lately, if your legs feel heavy, or your mornings start with hesitation, ginger might be the warm nudge your body's been waiting for. And before we move to the next herb, if this message has stirred something in you, if you're feeling more hopeful or simply more curious than before, I invite you to do something simple, yet powerful. Click like to support this journey. Subscribe if you haven't already. And share this video with someone who might need that gentle reminder. It's never too late to feel good in your body again. Let's keep going. The next herb on our list might surprise you even more. Herb number 4, ginseng. Some herbs are quiet companions. Others feel like a jolt of sunrise. Ginseng is the latter. Revered for thousands of years in Eastern medicine, ginseng was once reserved for emperors and warriors, those expected to carry the weight of kingdoms. And for good reason. Ginseng doesn't just give energy. It helps restore the body's inner reserves. That matters more than we realize, especially as we age, when the problem isn't just feeling tired. It's recovering more slowly. Feeling worn down by small tasks. And noticing that your legs no longer respond with the same spring they once had. The power of ginseng comes from compounds called ginsenosides. They act like adaptogens, substances that help the body adapt to stress, whether it's physical, emotional, or metabolic. What does that mean for your legs? It means more stamina during walks, less soreness after movement, and sharper focus when coordination matters. Ginseng has also been shown to improve oxygen uptake in the muscles, enhancing endurance in older adults, and helping rebuild strength when paired with even modest physical activity. And while caffeine offers a spike followed by a crash, ginseng works more like a slow-burning candle, a steady glow of energy that supports you from morning into evening. You can enjoy it as a tea, or as a standardized extract. Just make sure to choose high-quality sources, ideally labeled Panax ginseng or Korean red ginseng, for the most studied benefits. For those who feel like life has become heavier lately, whether in body or spirit, ginseng reminds you that your energy is not gone. It's waiting. And it can return, one breath, one step at a time. Herb number 5, ashwagandha. Not all weakness is physical. Sometimes, it begins with stress. Tension in the neck. Tightness in the chest. A racing mind that robs the body of rest. That's where ashwagandha comes in. An ancient herb from Ayurvedic medicine, it's been used for over 3,000 years to help the body build strength, not through force, but through balance. While herbs like ginseng are energizing, ashwagandha is restorative. It nourishes from the ground up, helping reduce cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone, which, when elevated too long, can lead to fatigue, muscle wasting, poor sleep, and even frailty. And here's where it connects to leg health. Chronic stress weakens muscles. It disrupts sleep, the time when muscles recover. It even interferes with coordination and reflexes. Ashwagandha works like a gentle reset. It supports the nervous system, calms inflammation, and encourages better quality sleep. Studies have shown it can increase muscle strength, enhance endurance, and support better balance, especially in older adults who feel depleted. You may not feel it like a jolt, but over days and weeks, you begin to notice. Your legs feel steadier. You recover faster after a walk. You sleep deeper and wake up feeling like yourself again. Ashwagandha is typically taken as a powder mixed into warm milk or tea, or in capsule form. Its name, which means smell of the horse, is a nod to the vigor it was believed to restore. Not every solution has to be stimulating. Some, like ashwagandha, work quietly in the background, releasing the grip of stress, so your body can remember how to move, how to rest, and how to regain its natural rhythm. Because healing isn't just about motion. It's also about restoration. Herb number 6, morinade. There are herbs that relieve. And then there are herbs that rebuild. Morinade belongs to the second kind. Often called the tree of life, morinade grows in the driest, harshest places on earth. And yet its leaves are a miracle of nourishment. Packed with calcium, potassium, iron, magnesium, and plant-based protein. This unassuming green powder contains more than 90 nutrients, many of which are essential for aging muscles and bones. As we grow older, the body's ability to absorb and retain nutrients declines. Even if we eat well, fatigue may still linger, bones may feel more fragile, and muscle recovery takes longer. That's where morinade becomes a quiet hero. It doesn't just fight symptoms. It gives the body the raw materials it needs to heal. Potassium supports nerve and muscle function. Calcium and magnesium strengthen bones and prevent cramps. Iron boosts energy by improving oxygen transport through the blood. In regions where malnutrition is common, morinade is used to save lives. But even in places of abundance, it has a special role. To restore what modern diets and aging often strip away. And its anti-inflammatory properties only add to its strength, helping reduce joint swelling, stiffness, and discomfort. You can stir morinade powder into smoothies, oatmeal, or tea. Or take it as a capsule if the taste is too earthy. However you use it, think of it as fuel. Not just for today, but for the many steps still ahead. Because sometimes the body isn't broken. It's just hungry for minerals, for nourishment, for support. And morinade offers all three, leaf by leaf. Herb number 7, gotu-kola. The final herb on our journey is one that many in the West have never heard of. But in the East, it has long been cherished by monks, yogis, and healers alike. Gotu-kola. Its round, delicate leaves were said to resemble the human brain. And perhaps that's why ancient traditions believed it could calm the mind and sharpen memory. But its gifts extend beyond thought. Gotu-kola supports the entire circulatory system, strengthens connective tissue, and improves balance, making it a deeply valuable ally for those who fear falling, wobbling, or losing coordination. As we age, walking is no longer something we take for granted. Every step becomes a negotiation between confidence and caution. Gotu-kola helps tip that scale back toward trust. In modern studies, this herb has shown potential in improving microcirculation, the flow of blood through the smallest vessels, especially in the legs and brain. It's also been associated with faster wound healing, reduced leg swelling, and even improvement in varicose veins. But perhaps most beautifully, gotu-kola is known to calm anxiety. Not by sedating the mind, but by restoring clarity and connection between brain and body. It's often consumed as tea, tincture, or capsule, and pairs well with gentle movement like Tai Chi or walking meditation. This isn't just about physical strength. It's about balance, inner and outer. Because aging gracefully isn't only about adding more years. It's about adding more awareness, more stability, more peace. Gotu-kola reminds us that strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes, it whispers through stillness, through steadier steps, and through the quiet confidence of a body and mind that have finally come back into harmony. Growing older isn't a problem to be fixed. It's a chapter to be honored. And within that chapter lies a quiet invitation. Not to push harder, not to run faster, but to reconnect gently with the strength that's been with you all along. Some days, your legs may feel tired. Some mornings, the stiffness might linger longer than you'd like. But let me say this clearly, you are not broken. You are not done. And nature hasn't forgotten you. These herbs, rosemary, turmeric, ginger, ginseng, ashwagandha, moringa, and gotu kola. They're not cures. They're companions. They don't promise youth, but they offer something far better. Support, nourishment, balance, so that you can keep showing up for your life on your terms. Because independence after 60 isn't just about walking unassisted. It's about waking up each day knowing your body is still on your side. So start small. A cup of tea, a sprinkle of spice, a moment of stillness. These are not minor acts. They are acts of respect for the body that has carried you through so much already. And as you walk this journey, know this: you're not alone. There's a whole community here, people like you, choosing not to give up, but to grow forward. If you found this video helpful, I invite you to do something that helps us all grow. Click the like button to let the message reach others. Share it with someone who might need this gentle reminder. And if you'd like more content made just for you, deep, real, and rooted in care, tap subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss what's next. From my heart to yours, I wish you strong steps, steady mornings, and peaceful evenings. Stay well. Stay kind to yourself. And thank you for being here.